What's up everyone, welcome back to our Let's Play of The Forgotten City. This time round, I got the headphones on, so hopefully we're not going to be getting too much of that audio feedback coming through. Don't know what it is about this game that particularly makes the audio feedback terribly bad. Maybe it's a volume thing, maybe it's just that the software in the mic tends to zero in on voices rather than ambient sounds. But the other games we've been playing recently haven't really seemed to have had that problem, so I don't know. We'll stick with headphones for now and we'll see how it goes. You might also notice the ambient lighting is very different. I'm actually recording this in the middle of the afternoon. There's daylight outside. Yes, the family is away for the afternoon, so I got a couple of hours to play some video games whilst they're out. So we're going to play a little bit of Forgotten City. Now, last time out, we got killed by a guy who was in the bathhouse with an arrow. Or did we get killed? Because we then had to run off to try and get back to the temple to start the time loop again. And this is probably where me not going in totally blind actually was a detriment, okay? Because I thought when I die, the time loop's going to reset. I didn't realise you could actually game over in this game, and that's because I thought it was. I've heard it's a lot like Outer Wilds, so I assumed it was Outer Wilds rules. You die, you go back to the start of the time loop. That is not the case. It appears that when you activate the golden rule, you can make your way back to the temple to reset the time loop, but you very much can die and game over in this game. So, we need to try and avoid, you know, some of the presuppositions that maybe we have been going into this game with, and try and forget some of the rules that we've established. We did meet some interesting characters though. The chap at the bathhouse, not sure how to convince him not to shoot you. Maybe there's a skill check you need to pass or something like that, or maybe you need to get yourself armed. It's a little bit unclear, but I presume he's not going to trigger unless you actually go there. Other than that, I think in this part 2, we're going to continue. Oh, this has actually dropped us quite a bit further back than we were.
Help! A man arrived in the bar.
So we've loaded into the game. We're now back to where we were. So it turns out the save file was a little bit further back than I was expecting. So I've recreated sort of about where we were up to. When we loaded back in, Fabio was still alive, for example. So I've worked through that again. I've gone and spoken to this chap over here. I've spoken to Virgil over here, and we were about to go and talk to the guy who has the bow and arrow. I think rather than talk to him now, let's go and talk to some of the other people around the town, because I'm not 100% sure how you beat the guy with the bow and arrow without a bow and arrow yourself.
I can't believe she is dead. Fabia, I mean. She walked into that empty shrine, and the next moment she is lying dead under a pile of rubble. The gods are cruel and unjust. She was like a daughter to me. I'm sorry, friend. It's not right for me to lay my burden upon you.
Okay, so he doesn't want to talk. That is fine. Now, I'm assuming that I can't actually steal this sylphum resin. So let's not worry about that too hard. Let's talk to this guy in here.
Hello?
Dooley.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, tell me
My
your
name's
story.
Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure. Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They
A liability, eh?
They called me a liar, Billy. Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words.
Sure, I'm sure we could read it. It's an interesting sort of philosophical concept, right? Having to lock someone up because if they were to steal, everyone would get killed. So this is Magistrate Sentius Tedulius. I am writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behaviour arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, make a mental note of the cisterns, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say? My treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And the priestess lady. She's a nice lady. Hannibal said I shouldn't.
Right.
Galerius
Maybe.
already tried that. He said the like Galerius, he's nice. I like
Galerius isn't one of the two candidates, though.
And everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was. Bye-bye.
Okay. So here we have an amphitheatre. Oh, an old scroll. The Myth of the Golden Rule by Dorotus the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for this city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempts at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, and deserving of our contempt. What have we got in here? Ooh, denarii. Okay, cool. 167 just sitting around. That's not bad. A little bit more of that, we'll just be able to buy the, Who was that? And why... what? Oh man, that's wrong. Yeah, I don't like that. This is where we walked down previously, wasn't it? So we can't get past that statue there. Yeah, I hadn't twigged that the statues turn when you're not looking at them. I don't like that. We can have a look, right? No, we don't want to. Don't want to steal from anyone. Hello, Livia.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Aurelia.
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued.
Not gonna lie,
You're
that's
like
quite
any
forward.
Roman man I've ever seen. You seem so refined, so civilized.
I mean,
Oh, I see. You prefer the company of men. Maybe you should go and make friends with Virgil instead. I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do
achievement
business.
unlocked. Smooth
So,
talker.
What brings you to my tavern? Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Oh, okay.
Certainly. For 10 denarii.
Go on
Have
then.
you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
Okay. Go on, give us another rumour.
Aeolus is elected. He's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
This is like the worst gossip
What do you
ever.
like? I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink. All right, see ya. You stay away from my money.
Got a vial, mirror, a key to a chest. I mean, we could probably. No, don't wanna steal that. It's a bit of a tricky one, right? I mean, I suppose at some point I'm.
Ixion turns.
I mean, at some point I am going to have to, like, test the golden rule a little bit, right? Key to the chest in the Shrine of Apollo. Well, this doesn't say that I'd be stealing that item, so let's take it. I don't know why that doesn't count as stealing. Livia's chest. Herbrack. A bottle. Garum. Fish sauce. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we are going to have to test the limits of the golden rule for sure. But we don't have to do it straight away. Is this Dooley's doll? So why are there so many statues that have been turned to gold if the golden rule hasn't? There must be some other reason that people get turned into statues, right? Because some people are turned into statues but the golden rule hasn't happened. This is Kabash to Kabash. I told Lucretia about the dreams I've been having and she said it might help her divine the meaning if I wrote them down. It happened again last night. The man by the river was there, as always, with his face shrouded in shadow from that peculiar ram headdress. Once again, he'd introduced himself as Curty and told me he'd drag me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if it meant something I could not understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly again until I know who is Curty. Lion carving. Inspect. It's a carving of a lion. Stone carving. Ha, phallic charm. Nice. Okay, Rufius's chest. An incomplete note addressed to Cinna. So, Rufius is a cultist. Why have I lost that optional rule? Why have I lost that optional quest? I'm not sure. The Whisper says it will try to help me, but I don't really want, like, hints. Because the Whisper basically tells you where to go, right? So this is where I entered the city from. Huh. Is this a zip line that we can unlock later to get us back to the shrine quickly? Let's check this out. Are these the cisterns? Oh, right, there is, in fact, a jump button. Oh, God. Okay, it's been a while since I've done any first-person platforming. Is there like a night and day cycle in this game? Ah. Can't actually... Wait, hang on. Can I not get back up there? Oh god, this is like... There we go. It does sort of look like there's something up there, doesn't there? That we could get to. Okay. I'm assuming we're not supposed to be trying to parkour our way up the side of a mountain here. But what have we got over here? It's quite... It's not a small environment, this, is it? And what do we have up here? Oh, we've got a couple of people to talk to.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Not bad, considering.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Okay.
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome, 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me. Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue. If you like. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbors as ourselves, and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency?
So the cultists, you know, as we sort of implied last time, the cultists are clearly Christians. I'm not sure how I should answer this, actually.
You don't think that's a little naive?
But in terms of common threads, with Dacius, I think his name was, we have 2 people who fell into the Tiber during the fires of Rome.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible. Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
There we go. Gaining Octavia's trust.
All right.
We're going to head off.
It was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I
Hmm.
don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
Okay.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Well, we will do our best.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, St. Tillum, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Oh, blimey.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
So it didn't break the golden rule.
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
Okay.
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Oh, blimey. There's a weird sort of shimmering effect down there, isn't there? And the voice did just say jump. But there's also a weird shimmering effect down there as well. Is that just what water looks like from high enough up? Who can say? I'm not sure if these statues necessarily have my best interests at heart here. Right, this is the Great Temple that is unclear. Maybe we'll try it later. Yeah, there's definitely a zip line getting unlocked later, right? Oh. So we've got a path back here to a cave. Find a creative way into the upper cistern. Right, so this will be the door that is locked by Dooley's key. I mean, at the moment we're still just exploring the town. We don't need to try and solve every single puzzle as soon as we come across it. For now, we're just exploring the place, yeah? Because there is quite a bit to see. And we haven't even talked to like half of the 23 or so people who reside in this town. There's more statues than people, though. Which make me think, do you know what, right? Okay, theory time. This town has had the Golden Rule enacted before. The Golden Rule gets enacted, everyone turns into gold statues. more people then still get suckered into the town. So you still get more and more people turning up. It's just that, you know, so whoever the first person is after the golden rule gets enacted just finds a town full of golden statues, and so on, right? Seek a bow. There we go. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Oh, we've got arrows. That's handy. I'm not sure what good will come of us finding a bow, though. The assassin's bow. What are they talking about? Okay, so we've got stairs down that way. We do also have a path over here, do we? No, we don't, actually. Okay. A fountain. Where is the water coming from? Well, it's coming from the cistern, I suppose. Oof, that is a loud bird. Okay, we've got some back streets. Anything in the crates? No. Not that kind of adventure game. Right, so we've ended up back at these markets here. Oh, right. Oh, no, that's the Roman baths. Yeah, no, I don't actually want to go into the Roman baths. So let's see what my other quests are. Figure out how to turn to the original time. The golden rule. Who is most... Oh, I tell you what, though. Yeah, Rufius. Yeah, let's talk about... Let's go and find Rufius. And he is over this way. Did I walk this way yet? Obviously, yes, when I went for... Oh, wow, that's a bit... Don't know what's been going on here. Okay, just went for a quick water bottle refill. What do we have through here? Yeah, okay, that's sort of where those bedrooms were. So we've got a fast route down to there. It seems to me like there is a... Oh! I got a torch. Huh. Yeah, okay, right. I'd forgotten about my torch. Possibly the last bottle of wine in the city. We'll take it. I'd forgotten about my torch. I'm not sure where we've come out here. In the gardens, by the farm. Okay, there was another path which I haven't finished exploring in here. So they whisper to me, the priestess, eh? Oh. May the gods be kinder to you than they were to us, stranger. That's the first indication we've seen so far. Oh, hang on, I'm back here. Right, okay, yes, it came from this way. She was running this way, though. That's the first indication we've seen so far that there were actually previous residents to this. In this city. But yeah, no, I think the theory that I was saying earlier, that the Golden Rule has been enacted before, I'm now getting more and more convinced that that is indeed the case. What do we have here? The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. I don't know what that means. But that appears to be something on a boat, doesn't it? That looks like a boat to me. Oh, note from Livia. Cryptic, almost poetic rambling. The place is called accursed. Here, Tityos offered up his innards to be torn, stretched out over 9 fields. You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns. Ixion turns and follows after himself and flees. And the 49 Belides, who dared to plot the destruction of their cousins, their husbands, fetch again with incessant labour the water they have lost. That's interesting because most of those those references that I know are almost all people who were punished by the gods to have a repetitive punishment. So Sisyphus, Tantalus, and Ixion, as far as I remember, they have the same things happening to them every day. Okay, we crouch down to get into here. Creeper vines. They might be climbable if only they could support my weight. Right, so somehow we're gonna get lighter, is the plan.
How'd you do?
Oh,
Looking
hello.
troubled there.
Everyone's here, so we've got Decius,
I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Galerius. We've got a stranger to talk to.
Nobody saw it coming.
Watch your
Anyway,
step.
I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to
Oh,
worry
hang
about
on.
things you can't control.
Yeah,
No idea what you're talking
but keep
about.
thinking. What if there is something I can do?
Yes, so
What if she's out there
what are you
somewhere
going to do
suffering,
about it?
waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods.
And why should I?
Try to relax. Get some rest.
The one
Tomorrow's
true
a new
God
day.
says that for man
I
to
suppose you're right.
lie with another man is an abomination. His presence here is a threat to us all. Well, I don't know. Maybe God hasn't noticed yet. But when he does, we're going to have a problem.
How does everyone even know about the Golden Rule?
Well, I wouldn't get so angry if he wasn't so... you know. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like where you're going with this.
Oh yeah, you're gonna make me?
Before I make you. Smart. Now get lost. We're done talking.
No, I have other things I want to ask you.
I have nothing to say to you, kaput mada.
Wow, rude.
What now? I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others. And making sure they're all behaving.
So we're giving up on the other daughter
keep a
already?
register of new arrivals. I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire.
Okay, so pretty much everyone has ended up here from the fire of Rome.
Fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then...
Okay, and most of them ended up in the river.
And woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose. Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Scintilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit. He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Oh really? He lives by those words, does he?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, great, cool. This is really handy. Do you know what? We are definitely going to be taking a copy of this for the Miro board. So, okay. We are pulling up. Okay. Okay, so we've done some copy pasting and we've got all of these notes into here. So this would actually be a really convenient place to just actually keep our notes. So let's have a quick run through. So Aurelia claims to know a way out. She's the tavern keeper. We're going to have to pay. We're going to have to pay for that. Claudia Decius. He's the price gouger, isn't he? Price scalper. Okay. Dooley, yes. He's the one with the key. The key to the, what's it called, cistern? Right, Vestial Priestess, yes. Fabia. she's the one who was killed in the shrine. Galerius, Georgius, Hannibal. Yeah, died in Cistern. He's Dooley's friend. Made him a doll. Horatius Carbush. Found a note from him to himself. Lucretia, I think we could. Malleolus is up for election. Navia, she's the one, yeah, locked herself up. Yeah, we know where that is. Octavia, yes, she's the Christian we met. Rufius, yes, increasingly agitated, threatened Virgil. Sentia, don't know who that is. Scintilla. Sentius, he is possibly also a Christian, given what his lieutenant said, whose name I don't remember now. Okay, cool. That's great. Super handy to have a list of names available for sure. Okay, let's quickly go back to here. Horatius. Right, yeah.
What now?
What do you think of the Golden Rule?
As I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion.
Yes, you
By
did say that
threatening
to
execute
us.
1 in 10 men. The idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it. If you like.
Okay.
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. To bear trials with a calm mind.
I'm assuming that no one actually is going to... You might have noticed I'm not really asking that many people this question, because I'm assuming no one actually knows there being a way out.
Salve.
Caveat emptor, buyer beware. The plaque, the many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Okay. It certainly feels like there's a bit of a day-night cycle going on here, doesn't there? Now down here is the cave that we did come out of. So we've not explored this path yet. Oh, hello. Oh, that's Virgil. Yeah, we've already spoken to him.
Never seen a lamp like that before. Remarkable.
Goose eggs. Go on. Can't go wrong with goose eggs, right? Yeah, so we have actually been here. I think. There's a box down there. Let's go. More denarii, nice. I'm assuming we find enough of those, we can just buy. We could actually spend the 1,000 to buy what we need to buy. Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish. This is people leaving messages for the next iteration of this city. Yeah. That's people trying to scrawl notes about the Golden Rule to the people who may come after them. Wow. It's up to me, okay. So we've definitely had like a day and a night, I guess. I mean, people are not here in the shops anymore. We've got the Vestial Priestess here. I'm still asking people how they got here.
Did you find what you need? And did you notice anything? A pattern?
Yes.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else? There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Okay.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbours.
So certainly I haven't found everyone yet to talk to, but I'm feeling like we are progressing. Let's talk to the gladiator.
What now? The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Okay.
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why. You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners.
Wow, okay.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it. I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
Okay, like a bottle of wine or goose eggs?
Dunno. Something good.
Yeah, 100 denarii.
Curio mio. Just make it good. Hey, Caput Murde. Futuere es. Just make it good.
Okay.
Just make it good. Yeah? What have you got for me?
Right, okay. No,
Just
it's
make
not.
it good.
We're just going to make it good. Don't worry about it.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
How?
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see. We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Oh, is it time? Alright, let's save up there, yeah. If Malleolus does something wild, like, I don't know, murder someone, it'd be convenient to have a somewhat recent save file. Okay, isn't Equitia going to hold the election? Are we doing it here in the amphitheatre? Oh yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, the magistrate's right here. Oh, he looks busy. Quite right. Yeah, okay, well let's see how this plays out. So who even gets a vote? Rufius, Domitius, Virgil, Galerius, Decius, Stranger, and Horatius. Oh, is that Malleolus?
Citizens, we have a
Oh, he looks
quorum
angry.
body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name,
Oh, great.
your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Okay.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Wow, so
Malleolus.
everyone votes Malleolus.
You have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted.
I mean, I haven't spoken to Malleolus yet. Maybe he's a stand-up guy. Doubtful.
And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden.
Okay.
For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration.
Right, so he just doesn't believe in the Golden Rule. It's not like he's got a way to abolish it, he just doesn't believe in it.
Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait. I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her.
Okay.
Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
Death arrives.
The many shall suffer
Oh, shoot.
for the sins of the one.
Okay, but he's gonna run. We're gonna use the portal again. Okay, I'm following you, Sentius.
After everything we've built,
He does look busy, doesn't he? Oof. No, he doesn't have anything on him. Okay. So that answers the question of the time loop, because the election happens at the end of the day. Achievement unlocked, Looper. Okay. We're going to save the game there. So that answers a critical question I had, which is about the day-night cycle in this game. What determines the length of the loop? So the election happens at the end of the day, unless you stop Malleolus winning the unless you stop Malleolus winning the election, you have to loop. So certainly at least stopping Malleolus is going to be necessary. It seems like there's loads of different ways that the loop, that the Golden Rule can be broken, though. I think telling Sentius that you suspect Malleolus makes probably perfect sense. Although we were just there, I didn't see the Golden Rule get broken just yet. So is it coincidence? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm reading too much into that, because he obviously didn't get killed and he didn't get assaulted yet. It was like the Golden Rule activated at that time, kind of coincidentally. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this recording for today. Thank you very much for watching. Tune back in for part 3. Goodbye.